Today, we are taking the pulse of the AI world. We're going to look at how it's already changing your holiday shopping, and then we'll go behind the scenes. We'll explore the massive business deals, the groundbreaking research, and the really urgent debate over who gets to write the rules for our future.
So let's start with what's happening right now. To really get a handle on AI's impact, let's just skip the super complex theory for a minute and look at the tools and services you might already be using, especially with the holidays right around the corner. If you're doing any shopping online this season, chances are you're interacting with AI. Major retailers are rolling out these really sophisticated tools to guide your gift buying, helping you find that perfect thing way faster. The goal here is simple: make the whole experience and, the spending as smooth as possible. And it's not just about shopping either. Even these timeless traditions are getting an AI upgrade. This year, OpenAI is actually partnering with NORAD, the Santa trackers, to bring some new magic to the program. They're using ChatGPT to let families generate their own festive stories, even coloring pages. Kinda cool, right?
And this goes way beyond just fun and games. We're now seeing the launch of AI tools that act like a genuine teammate. Just imagine an assistant that can literally take control of your mouse and keyboard to finish a task for you, or one that can take a single idea and flesh it out into a fully structured article in just minutes. The shift is pretty clear. AI is moving from being a simple tool to becoming a real collaborative partner.
So what's driving this explosion of new tools? Let's pull back the curtain a little and look at the economic engine. The massive business deals and corporate strategies that are making all of this a reality. Okay, this number, it says a lot. 40,000. That's how many ChatGPT Enterprise licenses the global consulting firm Accenture is rolling out. This makes OpenAI their main AI partner. And let me be clear, this is not some small pilot program. It is a massive company-wide commitment. And right here, you can see the deeper strategy at play. OpenAI isn't just selling software licenses. No, they're taking ownership stakes in firms like Thrive Holdings, embedding their tech directly into the core services that run our economy, like accounting and IT. The goal seems to be to create a blueprint that can literally transform entire industries from the inside out. All right, so let's shift gears from the boardroom to the research lab. Where is all this technology actually heading? What are the fundamental challenges that scientists are trying to solve right now? Let's take a peek into the future. One of the biggest hurdles for AI is privacy. And that's where a concept called homomorphic encryption comes in, and believe me, it is a potential game changer. In simple terms, it lets an AI compute and learn from encrypted data without ever decrypting it. This could be the absolute key to building powerful AI that actually respects our privacy by design. And you can see how this pretty abstract research is being applied to solve very real problems. For instance, researchers are building AI-Meteorologists for way more detailed and understandable forecasts. They're creating what's called agentic AI. That's AI that can take actions on its own to manage retail inventory, automatically reordering stock, and spotting trends. They're even testing how large language models can find and patch security flaws in software all by themselves. All this rapid progress, it inevitably leads to a critical question. Who makes the rules? How do we make sure this powerful technology is used responsibly? The race to regulate AI is officially on. It's a real tug-of-war. Here in the United States, we're seeing this fundamental tension play out. On one side, you've got the federal government pushing for a single, unified national framework. But on the other, individual states are just moving ahead with their own laws, not willing to wait. At its core, this isn't just about tech policy. It's a classic debate about power and, who gets to write the rules. Meanwhile, if you look at the international stage, we're seeing some pretty concrete steps toward accountability. The EU's landmark AI Act, for example, is establishing a whistleblower tool. This gives insiders a way to report ethical concerns, which puts a real focus on governance. It's a clear attempt to strike that really difficult balance between fostering innovation and demanding oversight. And all of this, it really boils down to one critical question for all of us. Who should be writing this rulebook? Should it be governments? The companies actually building the technology? Independent experts? Or maybe some combination of all three? There is just no easy answer. And here's the crucial point. While governments and regulators are literally racing to catch up with today's AI, the technology itself is already shifting its focus. The very definition of what progress even means in AI is changing as we speak. We're moving beyond bigger data. For the past decade, the recipe for progress in AI seems simple. Scale. Just build bigger models, feed them more data, and throw more computing power at them. But according to a lot of experts, that era is ending. The next frontier isn't just about being bigger.
You can kind of see that shift visualized here. For years, the biggest leaps in performance came from simply using more and more data, but we're starting to see diminishing returns there. Now the focus is shifting. The real gains are coming from creating smarter, more efficient algorithms. It's all about better code now, not just bigger datasets.
And that shift has very real consequences. As the algorithms get more efficient, the cost to run these powerful models is dropping. We're seeing investors move away from funding these massive, general-purpose, do-everything models. Instead, they're focusing on specialized AI that's tailored for specific industries like healthcare, finance, or manufacturing. So the future looks less like one giant brain and a lot more like many specialized experts.
And that brings us to the central challenge on the horizon. The technology is getting smarter, cheaper, and more efficient at a breakneck pace. The question is, can our governance, our ethics, and our rules, can they possibly keep up? That's the challenge we are all going to have to face.